Hey everyone, welcome back to the Widowed Parent Podcast Live. I'm here this afternoon with Erin Hollister, who is with the Center for Grieving Children, which is a program of the Boys and Girls Club of Fox Valley. Erin, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you for having me, Jenny. So excited to
Yeah,
be here.
yeah, I've been looking forward to talking with you today. Okay, the Center for Grieving Children, part of the Boys and Girls Club. Tell us, first of all, where are you located?
We are located in the northeast part of Wisconsin in a town called Menasha, which is in the Fox Cities area. So we are at the Boys and Girls Club in Menasha.
Okay, terrific. And so tell us what kind of grief programs you guys have.
We run a peer support model, and we have three different programs that we offer for families. One is our family night, which is offered for the community, and those are for children ages 3 to 18. And then we also partner with area schools and do in-school grief support groups as well
Mm,
for elementary, middle school, and teens. And so we co-facilitate with a counselor there, so they have the support internal and also external. And then we also run a specific support group for Boys and Girls Club members that are going through all different kind of loss and changes, such as incarceration, military families, um, divorce, pet loss, and also by death. So that is available for Boys and Girls Clubs at our seven after-school sites, as well as our two club sites in the Fox Valley.
terrific. Well, it sounds like you guys have a lot of, excuse me, a lot of things going on, which is wonderful to hear. Okay, so the family nights that you mentioned, so these are
Yes,
specifically for, you mentioned kids ages what?
3 to 18,
3 to 18,
and
and their parents,
yes, and they're caregivers. So we
caregivers.
have yes, so we have different age groups that we break them out with, and then simultaneously we have three different parent groups that are or caregiver groups that are run at the same time.
And so three different caregiver groups. How are those broken up?
Spouse loss or partner loss. And then we also have a specific child loss group. And then we have an adult other. So in case there's grandparents that are now taking care of the children, aunts and uncles, like the support people,
Mm,
or for those that have aged out of like the teen group,
mm-hmm.
the older siblings, they would also fit into that category.
Okay, gotcha. Oh, that
Yeah.
sounds terrific. And so let's talk for a second because I know as we're recording this, we're in a pandemic, and I'm assuming your programming has changed considerably. But let's just presumably someday you'll be back to your regular stuff. So before the pandemic, what did that program look like? Those groups, how often, what night of the week, how does it work?
Yeah, great question. So for our family night group, it was the first and third I'm sorry, the second and fourth. I can't even remember now. It's been so long. It's one. It's
Twice
it's
a
in
month?
every other twice a month
Okay.
on Tuesdays with our families in the evening. It's a free program. All of our services are free for families and
Hmm.
children and families. We want to make it as accessible as possible. And so we have therapy dogs greeting them. It is a volunteer-led program, so we have amazing volunteers. We even have someone that makes dessert for our families
Hmm.
as we feed them a homemade meal. And then we break out in our groups for about an hour and a half and do different activities with coping with loss and memory making, talking about feelings, all the different things that are really important to bring the families together and
Hmm.
supporting each other.
Yeah, I bet the therapy dogs are popular.
Oh my gosh, they are so loved and they love the kids so much. It's
Yeah,
really hard for the kids not to be with the dogs right now, too.
yeah. Well, so speaking of that, are you still doing some type of programming right now while you can't have your regular family nights? What do you have going on?
Yeah, we sure are. So we are offering every Tuesday, we're switching off between adults and kids. And we are offering that virtually via Zoom. And let's see. Yeah, and we started that in April, and it's been going really well
Oh, good.
for those that are coming and participating. We're still able to capture our rituals. We're still able to get that sense of support with one another and provide the different activities that help to facilitate that process.
Mm-hmm. Good. So it sounds like if somebody is looking for some type of support now or while we're still in the pandemic, they should definitely reach out because you guys are providing support. It may look a little different but you do have good things
Yep,
going on. And then hopefully
absolutely. And
someday we'll get back to your regular groups.
absolutely. And we're also doing check-in emails with families. We're sending them resources as well for those that are not participating. We're still doing the outreach calls just to check in on them because everybody's in a different comfort level of where they're at with what kind of support that they want this time. So we try to do that at all ends.
Mm-hmm. Great, great. Okay, so that's probably about it for logistics. Did I miss anything on like the details and logistics aspect?
No, we're also doing virtual support. We're also offering virtual in-school support groups as well
Mm,
at this time with those that would like to participate in the area. So,
okay, great. Good, good to know.
yeah.
So let me ask you then a little more of a maybe a big picture question, you might say. How do you think that programs like yours can be helpful to grieving kids and grieving families?
Mm, I think there is so much opportunity for families to learn from one another. As a lot of our families, they may have like a different experience of the death and the loss, but they all end up really coming together and feeling that support with one another. And that's a huge advantage that I think families really don't feel alone in what they're going through then. Because a lot of times other people may not really understand what they're going through. So the peer support model is a fantastic option for families. It's not the only option out there. And we're also very, very clear about that. And we help provide them with the resources that they need to support their family and where they're at. And so that's another piece of it too. But really just being able to talk about their experience with others and memory making and rituals, all those are really important aspects of the program that I think are valuable for a family in healing and grief.
Mm-hmm. Great. Okay, terrific. Well, I hope that families who are in Wisconsin in your area will check you guys out. Where can people find you?
We have a website off of the Boys and Girls Club site, which is cgcfoxvalley.org, and we also have a Facebook page with the CGC Fox Valley.
Okay, terrific. Well, Erin, thank you so much for speaking with me today.
Thank you so much for having me, Jenny. Pleasure talking with you.